Oh, hey, friends.
Hello.
We're here. Mary's here. Look at her.
Hi.
What a delight.
That's what I say about you.
Oh my gosh, how nice. It's been a bit. It's been since last
2
month.
weeks?
Wow. Yeah, I think it's been
More than
no.
that?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. This last time, that was all on me. Because
Hey.
the show that we were on together, you were like, "You good for next week?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." Full blown knowing that I had a work function that night that I wouldn't be able to make it, but
Hey, you know what? I've done the
yeah.
same thing. I totally get it.
Yep.
And we're here. That's all that matters. And I know Elon's not here, but I assume he'll watch later. So I'm gonna say this.
Yes. I love the
Um,
check-in.
Yeah, love that so much. Don't think I'm going to be able to make it tonight. I'm absolutely shattered. We're shattered. You won't be here. This week I read the first question omnibus and have been enjoying it as a book club read. We read. Do you know how to say this?
I'd say that's Isambashi.
Okay, I like it. Yeah,
3-5.
five. All
No,
right. I
I
don't. I'm not
understand.
familiar with that.
I understand that's not part of the title. That's the rating, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah. I would think, but you
Yeah,
know what? You
sure.
never know if it's manga, right?
Yeah.
I've won a question. Which Read
Oh.
Chancellor book should I read first? Have a great stream, everyone. This is such a good question.
Hmm.
Do you have an opinion on this, Mary?
I'm gonna say Popeye, but I think Elon means like, you know, not a short story, not a mini comic, right?
I feel like Elon maybe was sent Popeye. Reed, I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, chime in on that. Reed
Yeah.
created a bundle for Elon that may have included Popeye.
Oh, cool. Oh, I
Yeah,
see. I see.
we'll figure that out. But yeah, it's a great start and it's a nice little taste, right? And then you can hop in. It is like fiction, which Reed's done some of now, some vacations fiction. But he's done a ton of autobio, which I think is also really great, of course. So
Yeah, it
maybe again, if
depends,
Reed's watching, maybe he should direct Elon as well.
right? I was gonna say it depends on what the mood is. Like, if
Mm,
you want something a little more serious, I'd maybe say Hardcore Anxiety. But
true.
you want a fun read, but with heart and fiction, then I'd say Summer Vacation.
They're all great options. Let us know what you do, Elon. I'll be curious. Hello, James. Love the cat in the box.
Very
Very
cute.
cute.
Hi, James.
Love that. Hey, Dad. So happy to see you both.
Larry's
Good to see
Library's
you.
here.
Yep, in the house. In the house. By the way, I have a rebuttal for my dad's evergreen video.
Oh, right off the bat, we're going for it. Here we
We don't have
go.
to go into it today or right now, but
Listen, we're all here. Why not?
I just think the introduction with his reasoning was, I think, not really what goes into an evergreen book, but I know it's your list. However, it's
Was
a
there
business. Specifically, him picking Brubaker Cap confused me because that's 5 books to have to try to keep an evergreen, and for a business, that's a hard sell.
Oh, did he
That's
pick
a hard sell.
was it all you mean well, he picked the first one, right? But you mean if you read the first one and enjoyed it, then you
Right, you're gonna have to read the rest.
okay. Okay, I
5
see.
books? So if you're essentially saying, "Hey, let's keep the 5 books evergreen," I mean, that's wild. But even if you just keep the first one, well, that sucks for everybody who wants to read the rest, right?
Okay.
So just disagree. I disagree. Doesn't make
With
sense to me.
with the with the
With
Brubaker.
other ones
Yeah.
too, but
I did have to, you can imagine that I did agree with a lot as far because after watching Omar's video, I was blowing up your phone because I do definitely fall into the category of these picks should be more, quote unquote classic, whatever that means. But and I think your dad gave it what 20 years and
yeah.
20 or more years,
Which many could
which
argue does not make a classic. 20 years.
well, I think it's better than like, you know not that Jess watches this, peace and love, Jess, but like Black Cat being on a list.
Oh, I mean, that's just obscene.
I mean, I think that's
Doesn't make
okay.
sense from a
Okay.
business perspective
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I'm absolutely with you, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my gripe with the Brubaker isn't even a modern thing. I don't even care about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
20 years
Yeah.
old or whatever. But it's like it doesn't 5 omnis?
But hold
So he
on
was
then.
saying you were just picking one per slot, but I see you sure. However, if I picked up Brubaker Cap 1 and they're keeping that in print, but they're not gonna print the rest of the run, like what are we doing?
I gotta time out. I'm throwing like a yellow flag at you for a second.
Okay.
So, but no, it's more of a question then. So
Sure.
like think of X-Men then, or Uncanny X-Men. I mean, this could wipe. It would be very tough to make an evergreen list that could only have 1 or 2 volumes if we're right.
But
Tell me.
the argument for the older books like Uncanny X-Men,
Mhm.
you don't have to read that whole run to get what's happening.
Okay.
Versus more modern books, you really do. Like back then, I mean, I guess you don't necessarily, right?
Yeah.
But back then they really did make things where it's like, yes, there's an arc, yes, there's a overall story, but it was easier to jump into whatever at that time, and a lot of people did that.
Okay. Okay, I think
Yes.
I see what you're saying now.
And
Like,
that's why some people were like, "Oh, Uncanny X-Men 2 was some people's pick because that's their ultimate whatever." And essentially, I feel like back then you could jump in easier with those sort of
okay.
things.
Oh, so I get what you're saying. So more so because on your dad's list, the most modern one was the Brubaker Cap, and you're saying like even in the way that they were written, it's not necessarily one you could just jump into, or
Oh yeah, yeah. Like if you just
I
picked
got
up
you.
like the trial of
Yeah.
Captain America, it'd be like,
Yeah,
wait, what's happened? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That would be
But
my argument. It's a fair point. I just
But you know what makes me laugh, and I'm really not being Captain Obvious here on purpose, but I get it. This is a very like fun topic, or I don't know, some may say annoying topic because everybody like has different, opinions on it, this and that. And although I typically would say that makes something very interesting, what makes it sort of I just giggle a little bit about is there's I'll say never going to be something truly evergreen because you don't know the nature of the market, right? Like how it's going to
sure.
change year to year. There is no such thing as evergreen in our comic book world. I just don't think there is.
Although we have seen evidence otherwise with certain books. For
I'm
instance,
saying they're not going to come out and say, "Hey,
no.
Marvel or DC is going to be like, "Hey, guess what? We're
Oh no, they're
always
never gonna
going to print
say
these."
that. No, no,
But
no.
that's what like
Yeah, they're never gonna
evergreen.
say that, but things like I think a DC Watchmen. And people complain about it coming out in a different format all the time, but it's
They
like
do.
that's like
Fair. I get that.
it's also probably in a contract where like they're like, we're keeping this in print
Yeah.
and we have to. And people are
Yeah.
gonna keep picking up year after year after year, which is true.
Right.
So the
Right.
things
Right.
like that, the long Halloween, I feel like will be that way. Like certain things and seminal runs and things like that, which I can think of more from the DC side actually, which is weird, than Marvel. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to keep House of M in print.
I got you.
That's
Yeah.
not going to happen. That took a while to come back in print. And perhaps that's my ignorance. Perhaps there's runs out there where people are like, what about this one, this one? Yeah, maybe. God Loves Man Kills. Maybe they'll keep that in print.
Maybe.
But I feel like they took it out of print for a while because of reasons. So
I laugh when you bring up a great point with like Watchmen, say. It's like, why are they printing this again? Well, because there are
people
new
are
people
buying
in the
it.
world.
It's a
People
business.
are growing up.
Yeah.
People would like a new edition.
Yeah, people lose their minds over that. And I'm
The
like,
whole spiel. And it's like, think about, maybe there's a teenager out there that's about to enter college and is getting into comic books. They're like, hey, I heard that one. Well, don't they want to buy it? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Don't get me started because I feel myself going towards the whole how I get so irritated when people are like, who asked for this zombie?
Yeah, it's
What?
like, hi.
Oh, this is coming out. What about this one that I want? Well, I got news for you. Stop. Just
I just
stop.
want to keep saying it. They're a business.
They're
not going to make a choice that isn't calculated,
Correct.
thinking they would make money from it. It just wouldn't make sense.
Correct. I agree
And
with
you
you.
all may want to be like, oh, but these are works of art and blah, blah, blah. Sure, we love them. But
course.
they're entertainment and they're being made only because they think they're going to make money off of them. If they
Yeah.
didn't do that, they would not be doing that.
Yep.
And I specifically am referring to like the big three, right?
Yeah.
Beyond the big three, even. But,
Yeah.
because I think of like teeny tiny publishers who are not really making a profit and just want these cool underground books to come out, which I think is really cool. But we're not seeing that at the top,
Right.
And yeah, we could go on and on. It's not that serious. However, because my dad made a video with like a 42-minute intro about his specifications for this list, I had to say something about it. That's all.
Well, I also think, and this is a guess, Larry can correct me, he had his specifications, but then I almost feel, I don't mean to critique, or I don't mean to, I should say analyze, but he also didn't want to make it seem like, he was like, hey, listen, everyone, this is my list, my criteria. I know a bunch of you watched that other video, and, fine on that. And I'm not critiquing that, but he wanted to be like, hey, dude, these are the ones that should have been in there.
Yeah, totally.
So then add that on to what you're like teasing him about as far as, the criteria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
It made for an intro.
I agree. What's up, William? How's it going? Marissa, good to see you.
Marissa?
And I totally admit my list isn't at all a necessarily sound business plan. This is more from the heart, historically driven Marvel lover thing. Well, then you should have named it something else, Dad, because Evergreen specifically is referring to the business moves they have to make. No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear the thing you love is a business.
Well, that again, this is going to bring me back to how this whole discussion about Evergreen is it's annoying to me. Not your video, Larry. I mean in general, because everybody does have different criteria, but correct me if I am wrong. Evergreen means keep it in print forever because of the reasons it's a business, because it needs to make money. And if we keep it in print, people will buy it and buy it and buy it.
Again, classic example. Here's another Watchmen. Here is your Absolute Watchmen. Here's your Watchmen box set, hardback box set, paperback box set. Here are the deluxe editions. We've seen the same thing with like Sin City. Here's your big ass Sin City.
Yep.
And that's Dark Horse, right? Here's your paperback Sin City. Here's your hardcover Sin City.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to keep happening. Terry Moore's doing the same thing. We're going down in like publisher size, right? Here's your pocket size Strangers of Paradise. Here's your box set paperback.
Wait, is there?
Here's your
there's
hardcover.
not. Is there really a pocket size?
Yeah, well, they came out. They called them pocket size editions.
Oh, I thought
they were just smaller
funny.
paperbacks. No, they were just called that.
Okay.
But I mean, we see it time and time again.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim. They came out with the color editions.
Yeah.
After the black and white editions, which I think were nice, right? I like those. Color edition hardbacks. And then they came out with the like omnibus kind of paperbacks. There were like 3 of those. Mm-hmm. They're coming out this summer, 2 new box sets with like all new hardcover black and white editions that I've never come out before, which I'm very tempted. And then the color hardback, but in a nice box set edition.
Oh, fancy.
It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell. That's all. That's
all. Kristen, who asked for it?
Who asked for this? We've had it.
Yeah.
Hey, Batmanda.
Batmanda's here.
I would hope there would be many more than 10. It's funny you say that because Reed and I started watching that video and Reed was like, we paused it to talk about it. And he was like, but why would they keep any omnibus in like Evergreen? Because they're huge and there's a niche market, which is also true. Good
Reed,
point.
That's a great point. Like that's true. Keeping something in print, meaning so people can access it and read it. That's a
there
good
has to be
point.
the demand for it. And you think about how many times the first Amazing Spider-Man book has went out of print, and they'll
Mhm.
bring it back. There's been several printings, but they do let it go out of print until there's feels like a demand for it or a
Demand, yeah.
reason, right?
Right.
Versus
Yeah,
something like, I'm gonna say it again, Watchmen. Yes, I know it's a different publisher, but
right,
they're gonna keep that in print, you know?
right.
Hello, Catherine. How's it going?
Catherine,
True graphic novel fan, what's up?
how are you?
Yeah, I think we're both good. I'm gonna speak for Mary, but how are you?
Good too.
To that bit you mentioned in my intro, you should see the minute or more I cut from that. I would have likely been in a little trouble, but sanity prevailed.
I totally understand that. I totally understand that.
I mean, I feel like I want that minute. Like, tell me what the
Although
minute is.
I know, although I would be if you like, if you kept that in, I mean, I don't know exactly what it was, but if you kept
We
that
can guess.
part in that was like, really your personality in there, I would have been like, "Larry,
That's
go."
what I'm saying. I want to
Yeah.
see that.
Yep, yep.
Doing great. That's great. Glad to hear it. Well, Mary, I know you read some books,
I've read some.
and I read some books as well.
Yeah. This
You
is
were better.
over mm,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, was it? I guess it was 2 weeks. I guess
I
it was
think it
2 weeks.
I think it was 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I can breeze through mine real quick, and then we can get to your slides. Would you like that?
Whatever you want, and it's
Okay.
generous for you to call them slides because there's a title page and 1 slide.
Okay. I haven't looked at it yet, so I don't know. Well, and mine is even more annoying because I don't have slides. In fact, maybe I should just share my screen for Goodreads.
Oh,
Should I
yeah,
do
good
that?
idea. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. Here we go. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay, cool. All right. So I read Frizzy, which I know you read and loved.
Yes. Oh, this works out well because when you hover over it.
Yeah, yeah, you can read a little about it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it is about our main character's middle grade graphic novel about Marlene, a young girl who stops straightening her hair and embraces her natural curls, which is a huge thing in her family. Specifically, her mom takes her every
Freaking
Sunday to
mom.
the salon. Oh my gosh, that mom. To straighten her hair, and she hates it, and it hurts her, and she hates it. It's a whole situation. She deals with like bullying at school because of her hair. So much is just like so much of her life has been surrounded with how her hair looks.
Yes.
And I just thought it was really great. It was so interesting from a perspective that, I don't personally have, or a life experience I don't personally have. And that was really nice to see because I'm sure so many people can relate to the story. Um, and I just thought the characters were so well done and she was so great. And then, of course, eventually she's gonna have to like tell her mom she hates going to the salons. And that
Yeah.
whole moment too was really great. And it was nice to see a parent and especially a mom that you're frustrated with the whole story, like really listen to their kid eventually.
Yeah.
Um, so that was really nice too. I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I think it's important. I think this is an important one to have on like a school library shelf as well. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I definitely want to read more from this author, and the art was really great too. So I read that. I read the first volume of The Cull, which is by Kelly Thompson. And the art was really great too. This is an arc, but I know a lot of people have I think it was in her Substack
Oh,
because I know
okay.
people have read it. I believe that's where she started publishing it. And it comes out, I think, in
Well,
April, maybe.
I don't mean to be so creepy, but I just pulled up because I have a copy of that too, and I haven't read it yet. But it says here the pub date's April 23rd. So
Oh, hey, nice. Hey, I
I
said
lo-
April, and I guess I was right.
April.
Hey, they're like, well, Krista was born, and then Mary was born, and then we're just gonna take a little break,
And
and then
then
we're gonna publish this book.
boom, do it.
Love that. But yeah, it is a dark tale about five friends. setting off in the middle of the night to shoot a short film on a forbidden.
You're like, now that I think about it, it
Now
really
that I
was
think about it,
about
that's what it's
that.
about.
Yeah.
One of them has light, and the light will change everything.
Ugh.
You know what? I enjoyed it. It did a thing I hate though, and I really love Kelly
Uh-oh.
Thompson's writing. But at the end, and I don't think this is a spoiler, it's not. But it did that thing at the end, the last issue, where we get to the final page, and then at the
Okay.
bottom it says "the end?" question mark. And
Oh, come on.
guys, I hate that because this says volume 1 on it. That
Right.
doesn't mean it's volume 1 because Image has notoriously done that, where
Oh,
they will
really?
say volume 1 for books and there's no volume 2.
Okay, that's annoying.
Yeah, like Kyle's assassination says volume 1. There was never going to be volume 2.
Oh,
I don't know why they
man.
do this. So it's happened before. I don't trust it. I don't trust that this is actually a volume 1. And again, maybe someone knows something I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Perhaps there's already been a volume 2 plan. Maybe she's even putting out the 6th issue on her Substack or something. I don't know. I don't read that. I don't read hers. But that matters. I got to the end of this and I was like, okay, if there's more, I'm not as annoyed. If there's not more, I'm really annoyed. Do you know what I mean?
I'm thinking there is, like, she's trying to be funny or cute or something, which I don't know. It's still I haven't
I still hate it.
it makes me not even wanna read it now.
Honestly. Yeah,
You know, it doesn't take much for me to turn on something.
I get it. I was annoyed at the end. Very annoyed. I think I finish Cleat Cute
I thought
in
you
the
did.
middle of last time to now. I think so.
Did you?
Or
I'm
did I
sorry
talk
that
about it? Did I
I
talk about
should
it?
tell us. Just give us a recap.
All right. I read this. I feel like I did talk about it, but maybe not. I also gave this a 3. I enjoyed it. There was a lot I didn't enjoy about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 soccer teammates who are at odds before falling in love, blah, blah, blah. All right. I like that
Uh-oh.
aspect. I don't care about sports, but I love a sports manga. Apparently, I can get behind sports novel as well. But there's just some stuff that felt very forced and cringe,
Okay.
and I wasn't a fan of that. And I just felt like I needed to care more about these people. I needed more emotional depth than I think I got.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. I gave it a 3. That's all I can say. Did I talk about worry lines? I don't know. Did I? Who knows? I gave it a 4, apparently. I couldn't even remember. I was like, what did I get? This was also an arc. Apparently, it's from the massively popular Instagram account, which I had never heard of. Featuring a kind, relatable, genderless blob, this collection of comics will warm our weary hearts and make us feel okay again. And there were like these little comics that you could dip in and out of,
Okay.
that were fun, and I enjoyed them. And some of them were like funny, and some of them were like emotional, and some of them were just relatable. It's worth one of those, like, when it hits Hoopla, grab it.
Gotcha.
I believe it was Andrews McNeil, which those are great. Or McNeil, is that the publisher? Wait.
I think you're talking about my guy, Andrew.
Okay, true. Hold on. Let's figure this out. Yeah. Andrews McNeil, not Neil.
McNeil. So close.
McNeil. That's who it is. It comes out in May. So definitely check it out for a Hoopla read. I think good to dip in and out of. And I enjoyed it. So yeah, I think that's it. That's what I read.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks. Let's see what I missed. Oh, I missed Brooke coming in. Hi, Brooke. I couldn't see the chat.
Is.
How's it going? Bob's are the worst. I love Frizzy too. Not my lived experience either, but a great graphic novel. Absolutely. And I do have a physical copy, so I'm not sure why I just didn't hold that up.
I put all my stuff in slot. I was just lazy. I'm like, I don't want to have to. I filed everything away already.
I get it. Yeah. It's annoying to like keep it out. I totally get that. Hello, Nick. How's it going?
Hey, Nick.
All right. In the single issue world, Marvel would always put a #1 on books that were clearly labeled one shot, but that's from a traditionally periodical publishing. And that's what it's like. Absolutely. I could name other ones that I've noticed imaged you, and I'm just like, why do you do this? Danny, what did you miss? Not much. Not much, man.
We talked about books being evergreen or not.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about Larry's video he did on it. What else we talk about? And your reads.
Yeah.
And
that's
that's
where we got to.
Yeah.
Welcome. Been on an Alice Oseman kick lately. Radio Silence is my new fave. But I Was Born for This Mess was kind of this mess.
Wow, Kristen was like, yeah, this mess. Kind of meh.
Well, Reed's first ever book he published himself was We Were Born Into This Mess or something. So I just kept going with that. That's sad to hear. It's kind of meh, but you're making me want to read Radio Silence again. I read it so long ago and I loved it.
Did you read it or listen to it? I'm just curious.
I think I listened. Well, no, I read it. I read it physically, but I want to listen to it because it does involve a podcast.
That's why I haven't read it or listened to it or
I don't think I listened to it. I think it was like I got it from the library a long time ago.
Yeah.
And just picked it up. You Miss Mary swearing off reading for good.
Stop spreading rumors.
Everyone just tosses their computer, throws their library cards away.
They're like, we knew this was
Mass
coming.
Chaos.
Come on.
I gotta see the slide. All right. Oh, it's so cute. Look at the ears.
They're all looking at us.
They're like, did you read?
The dog in the middle thinks it's a cat.
That's adorable. So. That dog's dumb. I love it. Oh, Brooklyn spreads the truth.
Ooh, Brooke.
Those Oseman books were library reads for me, but I need to get a copy of Radio Silence. I don't have a copy either. I just did the library thing too.
Nice.
There's those nice new editions of all the Alice books, though, that look really cool. Love what you did, Mary. Love what you did.
This is making slides for lazy people.
Oh, I should have done this. This is great.
All right. Here's everything I read in 2 weeks. I don't know. Whatever.
You did better than me. It's great.
Apparently, I am the single issue queen again.
I love it.
I'm reading. I love reading single issues on the train. I feel like I accomplish things. You know the drill. So
yeah.
These are all sort of out of whack. And I don't know. I'm just going to start talking. So I read the second issue of Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm really, really enjoying this. Kristen, no pressure. I understand.
I'll read it. I have no way to read. Well, yeah. I don't have a Hickman aversion. I just hated Hick Avengers.
Correct.
But if you're telling me, especially because it's Ultimate Spider-Man, who I enjoy historically. So, yeah, I would do that.
I think you'll enjoy the story. I think you'll enjoy the art. And like we always say, when we're talking about the second issue, moving on with the story, you don't really want to say too much. And I am like not the best at talking about single issue, reviews. I'm not good at book reviews in general.
No, I get it.
But it does make it a little more tough because you fear like you're going to give away something.
Reed just walked in and says he has something to say. So.
Oh, okay.
I just have to point out, is Mary's slide still up?
Yeah.
Buffy just tried to smack the dog on the TV screen.
Wow, why?
Buffy. Wait, this one or the one with
she's over there just smacking it. And I tried to get my phone out to take a picture and then send it to you, but I couldn't do it in time.
No.
Oh, that's cute.
In order to
we need to know that. That's great. Look what you did to Buffy, Mary.
I'm so sorry, Buffy.
She just ran. Do you want to say hi?
She's like, is there a dog in here? I saw a dog on the screen.
She's hey, where are you? Come here. I know that there's a dog. Yeah, there's a dog. Okay.
No.
All right, go up there. Okay.
She loves being on this live stream.
Yeah, she just jumped down. She's like, forget it. She's like, saw the dog, I'm out. All right.
All right. So, Ultimate Spider-Man #2, gave it 5 stars, and I think I gave the first one 4. I don't know. That doesn't really matter. Is he taking her away now?
He's trying to, but he's just walking around trying to get her. Oh, no.
Last words. Come on.
Oh.
What do you have to say, Buffy?
Say something for yourself.
What do you want to say to that dog,
Oh,
Buffy?
lots of purring.
Just some purrs? Nothing to say? All right. Don't hit her against the microphone.
Clunk.
She loves it.
She was purring.
All right. And sticking with me trying to read more classics this year, I read Fahrenheit 451. I read this, I want to say in either high school or college. Oh, Larry's excited about it.
And Brooke was asking if it was your first time.
Oh, very nice. So I remembered certain parts, but this is a book I feel like anyone, especially if you love to read, like every person that loves to read should read this. I mean, obviously that's not the only thing it's about, but it's just a reflection on censorship, on society and choices we make, and it was just really good. I feel like, sometimes you'll read a classic and it feels like, for lack of a better word, outdated.
Hmm.
I feel like this book is really timeless in that sense. The language is just written in a way that's, I think, in 100 years down the line, if somebody picked this up, it would still read the same way.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. I loved it too. It's been years since I've read it, but
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a nice revisit as well.
yeah, absolutely. And I gave it 4 stars, and I'm sitting here looking at that. I might change that to 5.
I
Yeah,
believe that's what I gave it.
yeah. And then moving on, I read Poison Ivy Thorns, and I will admit this may be my first Poison Ivy straight up book about Poison Ivy specifically, and I really enjoyed it. Kristen and I were like kind of going back and forth laughing because we were like trying to recall why she didn't love it, and then we just got into this whole discussion, and we think we figured out why. This
Yeah.
was one of my Ollie's pickups, so I was kind of impressed with myself that I picked it up and read it right away.
That is nice.
But I have to say, I really enjoyed it.
Well, I'm glad. I can't remember all my thoughts,
Well,
but I
feel
know
like-
I didn't like the art. So
Well, yeah, and I understand that. I'm not saying I'm like, oh, this art is, no offense to
No,
the
totally.
artist, but like, I could see that. But I did really like the story, and it made me want to read more Poison Ivy, which is good because down on my shelf there, I have the 2 hardcovers of the G. Willow Wilson one.
I thought you had those. Yeah.
Yeah, so that will be a natural progression to like pick those up now. So yeah, gave that one 4 stars. I read Wonder City, and this is by Victor. I don't know how to say it. Fuste, and our boy Jared Cullum. I went into this strong. We have probably mentioned that we purchased this book. I don't know how many times we've mentioned this, but we bought this at Heroes Con, and finally now getting around to reading it, and I wanted to love it more, which doesn't even make sense to say, but we are such big fans of Jared. So, obviously he just did the art in this one. And it was like dragging a bit for me. And I gave it 3. I enjoyed it. I finished it. If I'm being truthful though, that's one I'm not going to hang on to just for the sake of hanging on to it. If the autograph was personalized to me, I would, but it's just a signature. So I'm going to donate that and let somebody find it and be very happy that they got a signed book,
That's
maybe the library or a free, little free library.
And I haven't read that one yet. I will want to soon because I feel like if I feel the same about it, I'm also going to
Yeah.
get it out in the wild somehow because, you know, we love his art, but it's not Cody. I'm sure it's not Cody. I haven't read it. I know it's not Cody.
It's not. It's definitely not Cody.
And we got a Cody 2 coming. So,
Yeah,
and we got our Cody signed with a little bear. That's even better.
all set.
You know, what do you do? Well, I think that's some good reading. That's exciting.
Thank you.
Brooke said she read Fahrenheit 451 in
Oh, wow.
honors English. Need to reread for sure. Honestly, cute puppies can turn subpar slides into superb slides. Nicely.
Thanks, Danny.
I feel like Fahrenheit 451 is sort of bonded to my soul. It's weird. Very dramatic, Dad. I saw the film version before I read the book, and I love that too. Of course, the book is better, and I've read it like 3 times.
It's funny. I think is that the original movie that came out, or the original film. I pretty sure that's the version that I have sitting in my cart, my Amazon cart, but I just haven't pulled the the buy button yet
Nice.
because I'm just curious.
I
Oh
have
wait,
too many things in my save for later.
excuse me, miss.
What?
I had I have 2 other things on there.
Listen, you know what happened?
I'm like, miss.
I heard you talking about a single issue. And for some reason, I was like, she's done. She did
You
it.
know, you're like, enough talking. Next.
Just kidding. Go on, ma'am.
You looked at me like, what? What do you? What's the problem?
I was like, what I do?
So I read Midlife or Had a Hero at 50, 1 and 2. You're probably thinking, Mary, where'd you pull this one from? Is that what you're thinking?
Like, I am, yeah.
Okay. I was watching this YouTuber who his real life name is Travis, but I can't remember his channel's name. But anyway, he had been gone for a very long time and now he's back and I was excited to see him back. But I should know better because he only reads single issues. So I'm like, this is probably going to be a tricky one for me to start watching him again, but I have started and this is what happened. So he was talking about this book. Basically, there's a guy, the main character, he is a firefighter. And let's just say like I don't think this is ruining anything. I think if you read the summary on the first issue, he's afraid of fire though. But it also digs deeper into like, he's at 50 years old. And I think this doesn't matter what age you are. I think you can apply it to your life because everybody thinks back on like their decisions and like, should I have taken this path? Did I make the right decision? What am I doing with my life? And it kind of has I'm only 2 issues in. It's already started to do that. And I find that very interesting to see in a comic book. But anyway, I don't want to say exactly the thing, but something happens to him that sort of changes his course and changes his mindset as far as what he's doing for a living, what he's doing with his life. And now it's following his life as a firefighter. There is a little, let's say, supernatural element, I guess you could say, at some point. But I'm really enjoying it so far.
Awesome.
This is something else. I'm looking at. I'm like, I gave it 4 stars. I maybe feel that it's maybe a 5.
Wow.
Because I flew through them and I really enjoyed them. So
Did you get
We'll see.
these digitally?
I did. I bought them, reading them through my Kindle app.
So is the first, I guess it's too early for the first trade to come out, or the trade.
I think we're right there probably because there are 5 issues out that I know of.
Okay.
So that's right. It's either usually 5 or 6, right? That come out in trade.
Is it
Yeah.
Image?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay. I just get the vibe from the cover, so I don't know why.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that sounds good.
I think you would enjoy this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. And hey, if it's Image, I'll get to Hoopla it.
It will definitely be on Hoopla.
Yeah, very exciting. I'm scared to close this.
That's all there is. The dog
Okay.
doesn't do anything else.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Oh, I felt bad. Oh.
Oh,
Yes, the original version. Only thing really missing is the robot dogs. Sadly, there was no
Mm.
budget for it or CGI back then. Julie Christie is awesome in a dual role. She is Clarice and Linda.
Oh.
Okay.
I
don't even know
couldn't.
who that is.
I won't ruin anything, but I couldn't remember. I'll say it this way: Clarice's deal. So I was like waiting to see because I didn't remember that part from my youth.
My youth.
That's all.
Nice. Well, are you currently reading things?
I am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. I'm reading that Beatles book. Hold on, I'll get you an actual title. Going to Goodreads.
Oh, the Lucy in the Sky or something?
Yes, Lucy in the Sky.
Look
don't
at
know
you
if
reading all your Ollie's books.
I know. Who am
What's
I?
going on? Who are you?
So I'm reading that. I don't even think. Oh no, I guess I did update it, but that's not right. I'm probably about 50% through it now. I'm enjoying it. The art's fun. It's just dragging a bit for me. Like I had it in my bag all week for work, and I didn't take it out once. I was just reading single issues, but it's dragging a bit. Although I do like some of the family elements in it. There's like a cute grandmother-granddaughter relationship that I really enjoy. But I don't know. I mean, listen, the book is about a girl finding her father's Beatles records and kind of falling in love with the Beatles, and then it's very slice of life. And I don't know what I was expecting, but it's dragging a bit for me. But I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to bail on it. I'm going to finish it.
Well, hey, that's something.
Yeah.
And at least you paid Ollie's money, right?
That's right. And I'm also listening to an audio book of it's by Tracy Sierra. It's called Night Watching. And I'm like lukewarm on this thing. Like it's about to twist though. So basically it's about this woman, she's in her home and it's pretty much about so far it's about a home invasion, which is one of my triggers. Like it should be, my point is, to be blunt, it should be scaring the crap out of me right now.
And it's
it
not.
should have, and it's not.
That's a bummer.
So I don't hate it. I'm gonna finish it, but I'm just same thing. I'm like to get back to listening to it. I'm just like, and it's narrated pretty well. I'm not saying the narration's bad, but I got things going on right now.
You got things. Sometimes you're just not feeling something. I get it.
Yeah.
I did miss some comments I want to pull up, like this one from Catherine. Mara told me she loved Frizzy, recommending it too, since I've got Naturally Wild.
Nice.
I'm really excited to read it. Love that. People were saying hi to Buffy. Sorry, I missed it. Buffy's like, in my own home.
Buffy.
But Amanda, if you're still here, by the way, I have a Pizza John shirt on, so I feel like you're like the only one who will understand it and enjoy the shirt. Danny wants to know if you've read any Hellboy. Danny, don't you know she got rid of that?
Danny,
come on.
I got in a fight with that omnibus.
Oh, I love that.
I gotta tell you, not completely. I'm gonna contradict myself because I do want to show something I picked up recently. I'm turning on the omnibus a little bit.
Let's go.
Just only because I know it's the best bang for your buck, this and that, but they're little they're big, they're unruly to read.
I mean, I do look at that Squirrel Girl and I'm like, gosh, it's so big.
Yeah,
I'm excited I have it, but like
so big and like so I'm not but what was everybody calling the Hellboy? Why can't I?
Monster Sized?
Yeah, but wasn't it called like Romnibus had a name? Didn't Hellboy have one? Oh no, I think you're right. Monster Size. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
But so to answer your question, Danny, no, I haven't. I know you're disappointed in me. I'm sorry.
There are other ways. There's Supla. What do you do? I'm late. Hello, Kane. Still reading Bookshops and Bone Dust. I have 4 chapters left. Then I can start Ledges and Lattes. Loving it so far. Ooh, you're doing the opposite. I know it's a prequel, but
Here, you want to laugh
Nope.
at something, Kane? I think I told you this. So you're doing it the right way. I think first off, because
I wasn't saying Kane was
I
not.
s-
but-
no, but I'm saying that because I started with what came out first, Legends and Lattes, and then, I took the audiobook route for both of these. Well, when your girl Mary started listening to Bookshops and Bone Dust, I'm like, I thought I was in like this other dimension, this other world, and like maybe there was a time jump. I did not know it was a prequel. So I'm like, oh, I didn't know until the end, and it was like I had this revelation at the end.
You're like, whoa,
Whoa, now I get it.
what a plot twist.
I mean, sometimes things are a little loose up here for me, but
I love
but if I did it this way, boy, everything would just make sense off
Yeah.
the bat.
Honestly, now I'm kind of like, should I do it that way? Like,
Kane, you're
you know.
onto something.
Yeah.
Kristen, I think you should. You totally
you
could
should.
do it that way.
Let's go. I'm gonna do it that way. you know me, I like to do things in publication order typically, but if you're saying I'll have an even better experience, why not?
Absolutely.
Okay, I love that.
Kane, you're starting a trend.
Love
Just
that.
saying it.
I do hope Travis writes a proper sequel. I feel like with the money involved, that would have to happen, right? Yeah, dude. Okay, Kane, you convinced me. Thank you. I'm gonna do it that way. GFTBA. Thanks, Batmanda, for getting it.
you
Gore's
too.
here.
Hi, Gore.
There's a French film, Inside, about a pregnant woman who's at home during a Paris riot. Doorbell rings. It's a woman. She says that she wants the woman's baby now. Good film. What?
Gore.
But also,
I might have to watch that.
what? Picked up a few things during the project for awesome this year. That's awesome. I wanted to get the enamel pen, but totally forgot about it. What did you get? I want to know.
What do you two are like speaking some like pig Latin to each other? What's happening?
Pizza John, this is John Green. They do a pizza miss every year. It's a whole weird, it's a thing.
All right.
And the project for awesome is something John and Hank do, where they raise money for like great awesome charities.
Cool.
And DFTBA, which was mentioned earlier, is don't forget to be awesome. That's just a thing they say.
Got it.
Which is a pleasant thing. So I hope that helped.
It did.
Woo. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm not that sad, I suppose. But I really feel like you two should read Christopher Chaos. It's a gem. Danny, I'm telling you, when that trade comes out, I'm on it. It's happening. 100%.
Danny's like, well, Mary, you've been reading a lot of single issues. I'm just saying, you could.
You just want to pick one up?
You could consider it.
That's a good point that he didn't even make, but yeah. That you made for yourself.
I know.
Hank Reed's recent video about new car paint colors is really fun. I haven't watched that one yet. All his videos are fun. Love him.
Kristen, what are you reading right now?
Oh my gosh, thanks for asking. I will say Such a Fun Age is still on my currently reading, but I haven't touched it in weeks.
That's the novel?
Yes, and I have to tell you, I was enjoying it.
By Kylie.
I think it's Kylie Reed. Yeah.
Oh, I was so close.
Kylie. Yeah, I think it's Kylie Reed. Which again, I was only a chapter in and I was enjoying it, and I got distracted by not reading much. Okay. So I need to pick that up again. We'll see how that works. I did start last night City of Dragons, which I feel like I've shown on here a few times. Do I have it right by me? No, I don't.
Is it a fantasy novel you're reading?
It was a graphic novel.
Oh, graphic novel.
I believe it's a middle grade.
Okay.
And there's dragons involved, I guess.
So these dragons aren't having sassy time. It's middle grade.
They're not being sassy. There's not.
Because there's a lot of like popular sassy time dragon books.
That's true. Yeah. I like how you call it sassy time.
Sassy time. We don't want to,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's nothing like that. No. Okay. I don't know if I like it yet. I've only read a few pages. So, I mean, so far it's like, yeah, okay. All right.
Dragons.
I think that's all on my currently reading shelf. Let's check, because sometimes stuff lingers and then I'm like, I'm not even reading that. Do you ever do that? I feel like you don't do that, Mary. You're like great
No.
at not doing that.
Because if I balance something, I'm like, I am diving
Ow.
to my keyboard to like take it off my shelf.
I love
I'm
that.
like,
I do
I'll-
have something else on here.
What do you have?
The Adventures of Penguin and Panda: Fun and Games, which is an arc
sounds-
I got.
Oh,
That sounds why.
I was gonna say that sounds like a library book that you returned about 2 months ago.
It does sound like that. It also sounds like an arc I started and just didn't finish yet. So I'll probably go
Okay.
back to it. It's obviously not going to be an intense read, so we'll see about that. But
Nice.
oh, I knew what I was doing. It's a subconscious nudge. Nice.
Dan
That
is
should be your
smart.
next album. Subconscious nudge.
Ooh.
I like that. But you know what I should pick up?
What?
Because it's been beside me for too long and I need to pick it up. Breakfast with the Two-Tailed Cat. Come on now.
That's all you.
It's a cat manga. How have I not read this yet? Look at this guy. What's going on here? This guy only has one tail. Is it the same guy? I think.
I think it's more about he wags his tail so quickly, or she. I don't really know.
I don't know.
It looks like two tails.
I see
Oh
two
no,
tails here.
I see two tails too.
I do. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, Kane has that manga.
Yeah. Have you read it yet? Should we read it together, Kane?
Let's
Let me
read it
know.
now together on
Let's start
air.
right now. Okay.
Meow.
It does look very cute because I love that. I mean, this cat's eating sushi. Come on now. That just sounds delicious.
That does.
Let's check on my TBR after reading B&B and L&L. You know what? I like that they're alliteration like that. That's nice.
Am I frozen, or is that
Oh,
you?
no. Yeah. On my end, at least. I don't know about other people. You're just frozen in a disappointed look to me. Oh, you're back.
I was typing in the chat. I'm frozen.
I mean, it's Kitty.
For sure.
It's a lot of Buffy is really good at slapping her tail because she gets so excited, right? I guess maybe she's kind of a dog, right? So I feel
Yeah.
I know slapping tails could mean good things or bad things with cats, but she's real good at just, and I feel like it's so long. Like I've seen shorter tails.
Huh.
If she had two, I wouldn't know what to do. That would hurt.
Yeah. Should wake you up with that.
Mary back. Okay. Good
Thanks,
deal.
James. Can I share a great deal
Please.
that I found at one of our favorite local? It's more of a record shop, but they have a pretty good book selection. After everything I just said about how I was turning on the Omnis out there, I got
Mhm.
this for $30. I mean, everybody's like, you have to read Gotham
Hey!
Central.
I didn't even know about this.
By the way, all my stuff is turning up backwards. Hold on a second. I think
Oh, it's fine on my end.
it was.
Yeah. Yep, it's perfect.
Now it looks normal to me.
Oh,
Before it
weird.
wasn't. I got Gotham Central for $30.
That's amazing.
I mean, listen, this thing, it's been well read. It had a lovely home before me,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm fine with it. It's clean.
Yeah, why not?
I just can't remember the last time I walked into a used bookstore of any kind, record store, bookstore, whatever, and found an Omni for $30.
Truly, it's impossible now.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's a nice find.
Thanks, Larry.
Gotham Central is excellent.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely. I have yet to read it, but I have it. Come on, Dad. Let's go.
Come on, Dad.
It is great. It's really great.
Speaking of Dad, I also, for $5, got a copy of Larry's Dark Room.
$5.
$5.
I love how you found all this and you just resisted telling me.
You're gonna make me embarrass you in front of the public.
What? You told me? You...
That day I said,
Wait.
now you're gonna go look and you're gonna see.
I'm gonna be upset with myself. Let's go.
I said, hey, want to see my book haul from today?
What? Oh, was this okay? This was a while back then, right?
When did we go? We went last Saturday.
Okay, hold on. We talk too much.
You're like scroll.
Yeah, I am. I'm like, whoa, when was this? You used a Wendy Williams gift and you're like, is this okay?
I'm like, I love Wendy.
I did too. It's sad. Mary, when was this?
It was last Saturday, probably around early dinner time, because I know
Saturday was what day? The second? Girl, I'm telling you, I've already been past the second. Hold on, let me go back to the second. Okay. March 2nd.
everyone.
I'm just okay. Look,
Larry's like twitching right now because he's like, Mary, he's feeling it. Like,
okay, we're talking about dinner and burgers.
Okay, yeah, it's just above that, or maybe right after that, maybe. Because I think
you never sent it.
Because I said, do you want to see? And then we got talking about other stuff.
Well, God, you know I want to see it. Why even?
Listen.
Okay, hold on. No, that's not embarrassing for me. It's you didn't send it.
It's not embarrassing to me either.
I mean, listen, I'm offended you even asked. Just send it.
How dare you?
To be fair, you started a conversation after, and then I didn't even see that question. To be fair to me.
All right. I think we can both take fault in this. Not fault. We can both take responsibility in this.
Hold on. I replied.
Did you say yes? Let's see. Is this exciting for everyone? Yes.
It's funny to me. Well, I'm really sorry, Mary. I promise I must honestly not have seen that and just totally. I don't know. I'm so sorry.
No, I think after I sent that, normally I would just send the picture, but I think I got distracted in something else.
And I'm sure that's what happened to me.
And then whatever was after that, I just started talking.
Yeah. I'm sure I replied to your next message at work and just didn't even notice that you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's my fault. I'm so sorry.
Well, I am sorry.
I wanted to see your haul
as well.
I'm sorry you took my silence to heart and never
really hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings, and I thought a public forum would be the best place to talk about it.
How sad. You're like, you're gonna make me embarrass you on the internet.
The cool thing about, I think I told you this, that this record/bookstore, they moved locations and now they have more room. And the guy that's always there, I think he's a manager. He's like, oh, wait till you see the graphic novel section now. And he's right. It's expanded. It's probably double of what they used to have. Nice. This guy's really cool because he knows I like graphic novels because I bump into him at like local shows around here. So he's really nice. That's all.
I love that. Well, I'm really sorry again.
But wait, Kristen, there's more to my haul.
Oh no, I didn't see this either.
I recently, another bad habit I've developed. I recently bought this little tape player.
Hey, I saw that one.
Yes, I sent you a picture of this.
You're like, but I refuse to send you the books.
Because I found a lot of like cassette tapes from my youth. But at that same store, they also have cassette tapes, and I bought 2 Sinead O'Connor tapes.
Nice.
And I was very happy to find these. So
that's a fun haul. Love
Thanks.
that. Kane's talking about manga. She has Breakfast. The one we just talked about. Cat Gamer. Oh my gosh, Cat Gamer. I love Cat Gamer so much. Blade of the Moon Princess. I don't know that one. Mermaid Princess. No, I was thinking Mermaid Saga. I'm like, what is that?
Oh.
Yeah. Lady Blood Snow, Tokyo Babylon. So we're in the House of Monsters. Okay, so much manga to read. I can't say the last one. Those sound good. I don't know some of those, but I love Cat Gamer. Love it. I also love Mermaid Saga, if you know of that one. Oh, we have to have your review, apparently. Danny's had that for over 2 years and still haven't read it. Danny, maybe once Mary reads Hellboy, you'll read Gotham Central.
Why are there so many of these deals floating around out there on the? If Mary does this,
Hey, Winsbury, Rochard, Schitt's Creek. What's
here it is. Here it is.
man? Here it is. Well, at least Kane's highly entertaining.
Thank you, Kane.
Catherine's excited to be a part of it. William's shaming me, so tape player's so cute. It is.
Thank you.
I raided Dad's cassette collection when I was in middle school, and that's how I discovered Ice House.
Oh,
Nice.
Ice House. I know. Crazy, and there was one other hit. I just know I feel like they had 2 hits. Batman. Did you know? I could Google it. True, but
the OG release of Mermaid Cycle. Okay, so you know what's up. You know what's up. That's awesome.
oh, it's making me crazy. The song "Crazy" wasn't as big as the other hit, and I can't remember the other one.
Was that a pun? You said it's making you crazy.
No, I didn't even do that.
Oh, the full name for a mermaid princess is in the name of the mermaid princess. Blame Geo. He told me about it via his stream. Nice. My Obsession, maybe?
No, I'm
Oh.
gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it
He's
up.
got to Google it. Well,
Hits.
before we leave, do you want to talk about anything you want to read, or are you just like whatever? Oh, you found it.
Electric Blue.
There you go.
Um,
Heartbreak Kid is one of Amanda's favorites. Sorry, Batmanda.
what did you
Didn't
say?
mean to.
I'm pretty sure people could get. I mean,
I know that was the joke. Not spread FOMO, but that 60% off deal on the Fear Agent hardcovers on IST are selling out. Some cover options are already gone, so if anyone wants to buy it, they better hurry. Are you not going to credit me for telling you about that, Dad?
I was about to,
Thank you, Mary.
but then again, I'm like,
But then it made you feel bad.
but no, then I probably made you feel bad or no.
Yes. I was like, man, I should have remembered that.
No, but then I was like, here's what happened. Kristen told me about this deal. And I said, oh, that's such a great deal. If I didn't already have them, I would jump on it. But I thought you were probably thinking, he never told me he bought them.
I was like, maybe you did. I apparently don't even know when you ask me if I want to see your haul. So, like, who really knows? Gore still has his Sinead O'Connor cassette tapes. Her first album was brilliant. Troy's my favorite song from Lion and Cobra.
Gore, I truly, a lot of people only know like this much about Sinead O'Connor, and when I hear somebody else talking highly of her, I can't love it more. So I agree. That first album is brilliant, like you said.
Love that. Danny said I was about to bring up Schitt's Creek. That's amazing. It's funny. He just did the exact same thing on his show the other day. LOL.
Oh, like you're like doxing
Sanime, yeah. That is funny. Newspedia alerted me first, then you, Kristen. You know what though? You don't know him.
New Spooey Fooey, Larry.
Yeah, who's that even? What's the real name there? What's their real name?
News or Pooey?
Yeah. Or Spooey.
Oh no.
Is there anything you want to read that you want to talk about?
I'm probably gonna continue with that. I already forget the name. That Midlife. Is that the name of that firefighter comic I'm reading?
Yeah.
By the way, Gore might remember. I don't know if you're on earlier, Gore. I was trying to come up with the YouTuber whose name is Travis, but I can't remember his channel name. But I was watching Travis, and that's why I'm reading that firefighter comic book. Anyway, is it Oddfellow something? Maybe? I don't know. Sorry, Chris. I know that wasn't the question. I may continue to read that book. I would love to say I'm going to start Gotham Central. Will that really happen? I don't know. Dark Room is a possibility because I like that it's so thin. That's where my mindset is right now. I don't know. I'd maybe say I've been on a good classic run, so maybe I'll pick up another one. Those are my thoughts. How about you?
Well, I love that. Ever since talking about it on the show with Jess, and you being like, you should read this first. I
Oh,
think I'm
yeah.
gonna jump in front of the one he wants me to read first.
Nice.
And read this one. It's Your Funeral. This is specifically basically the afterlife, but in office work, which sounds really fun, and the art's really cool. And I think it's just going to be like entertaining and
Yeah.
weird, which I enjoy. So I'll probably pick that one up again. Probably need to actually read this cat book.
Nice.
And who knows what else?
Maybe we could work on the things we were working on too, but we didn't even
You know,
name those.
We didn't name any of those.
It's funny.
OMG, shaking my head. I need to stop buying these Remender Omnibus first week and wait for a sale. I'm telling you, they're all
It's
all
so
on
true.
sale.
They all, you're right. They all they land there. I mean, the Black Science ones.
Deadly Class is there too.
Oh, it is? Yeah.
Which I've bought those, so it's like, yeah.
Crazy.
His real name is Christopher James. It's starting to be weird. Do you have a spreadsheet of everyone's name too?
Oh. New Spooey.
Interesting. He's like, no, he just said it somewhere probably. I like Sinead O'Connor now. Didn't appreciate her back in the day.
Cool. I got to see her a couple times live, and it was just
I'm sure that's
beyond amazing. Yes, Oddfellow Thoughts.
One of the
I know.
earliest comic book tubers.
Gore, I was so happy that he came back. I thought it was my YouTube suggestion feed, like shuffling an old video of his, and when I realized it was really him, I was super excited.
They only landed on the red tag sale after multiple printings, though, right? I mean,
did they?
Well, Fear Agent was Dark Horse, and those were obviously out of print for a while until the rights switched. But I think even back then, those were on sale. So, does it matter? Dad, does it matter? You haven't read them. You buy these things and then they turn up in the red tag sale and you haven't read them yet. Doesn't that, like, I know Mary and I have experienced this. We'll see something there and we're like, oh, we feel stupid because we did buy it on day one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's discounted. And then you're like, I haven't even read that.
But now we know with the Image.
Waiting around, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
and I mean, that could be a whole, not to start this again, but that could be a whole matter of, they just, I'm not, they're not evergreen, but they just print a lot, right? I would think.
Well, ISC clearly ordered a lot, and now they're like, okay, we gotta offload these,
Yeah.
It's just, it is interesting how fast that one went into there, though.
That was fast. I mean, it was like a couple months, maybe.
I just meant it was only because they overprinted and overestimated demand for a reprint. I mean, again, does it matter? Does it matter? They're on sale. I guess Christopher told you already. Anyway.
Oh, burn.
Well, I think that's it for us. I think we did it.
We did it.
Thanks everybody for joining.
As all the annoying corporate people say, we'll give you back your time. If this was supposed to end at 9:30, we'll give you back your 22 minutes.
There you go. Oh, that's so annoying. I hate when that happens, when it's like a meeting that I want to go longer.
Right? You're like, I actually need answers on things.
Like, actually,
I have some questions.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Real quick from William, you are so right about those Fear Agents and didn't even open to reread that. I know it's such an annoying feeling.
We've all done it. It's a whole like crapshoot.
Truly. Thank you, Kane. You did it. Yay. Today I picked up Chaikin's Times Squared Omni, reading Love and Rockets. Okay, cool. And the complete crypt. Nice. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you too, Gore.
So I got to see y'all this week, Catherine. Lovely to see you. Was Mara just like, no thanks?
Thank you. I was about to jump on
this. What's the deal? Is she there? Are you just typing? What's happening?
I mean, Catherine, we love our time with you, but it's kind of
like, we're thrilled to see you in the chat.
It's like, if you have the time for us.
What's Mara doing?
Yeah, we'll have to pick this up in the chat with her later.
The majority of meetings could have been summed up in an email.
Always.
All meetings, let's say. Truly,
always.
Like all meetings. Thanks, Dad. All right.
Thanks, Larry.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.